Welcome to Find It in Fergus Falls. I'm Lisa Workman with the Fergus Falls Chamber, and it might look like we are in Santa's workshop. Well, we are in somewhere better. We are at BC Woodshop, easy for me to say, today, and we're going to be visiting with Brian Christenson, owner and craftsman here, and we're going to learn all about this great business right here in Fergus Falls. Like I said, it feels like Santa's workshop. So, Brian, you have just an amazing workshop here, and you are really putting together some great things, especially for the holiday gift-giving season. So, tell us a little bit about some of these really cool gift ideas that you have available here.
Sure.
That you've made, like right here in this really cool, better than Santa's workshop.
Yeah, thank you. Well, this is my wood shop where I build everything. So some new stuff that I've been making for the holidays are some of these engraved wall hangings and trays. So right here I've got a Treats for Santa tray.
So
your
cute.
spot for your milk, reindeer carrot, some cookies. So great for the kids.
What a great tradition folks could start this year too by having that available.
Absolutely. And then just some wall hangings. So here's like a custom one of Christmas at the Christensons.
So do they have to have it say the Christensons though?
They can have their own name.
Okay.
I can custom make it for
the
correct name if it's something different. So just kind of some examples of different wall hangings I've made.
Beautiful.
Things I'm doing there for the holiday season that you can pick up.
And so if folks want to buy these, they don't come to your wood shop here.
Nope,
they don't come back to the workshop.
They can
Where are some of the
contact
places?
me. So right now I don't have these up on the website yet, but they will be on my website very soon. And that's going to be bcwoodshop.us.
Okay.
You can also find them on my Facebook or Instagram. Reach out to me and we can line something up.
Make it happen. Of course, all the connections are on the Chamber's website in the business directory at fergusfalls.com too. So
correct.
Fantastic. And
yeah.
And these are specific holiday things, but you've got some other gift ideas or buy for yourself ideas or fill your kitchen kind of ideas.
That's right.
That folks can pick up. Let's talk a little bit about those.
Got a wide variety of home good items that I make. So we'll start with my favorite, the cutting boards. So I've got 3 different size cutting boards that I generally make. This first one is a 9-inch by 15-inch. I consider this my everyday cutting board that we use multiple times a day. This is actually, the stack is our cutting boards that we use.
Sure.
So just nice for your vegetables, smaller things. What you're cutting up all the time.
Yep, cutting up an onion. I can picture it happening. And so what type of wood is this then?
So this one is walnut. So my cutting boards I make out of walnut or maple. Second one is maple. This one I use for a little bit bigger things. This is actually what I use for all our meats and everything. So I've got what I call a juice groove in here. So all the extra juices stay on the cutting board and not all over your counter.
Yeah. Who hasn't had that happen?
So that's the second one, and then same thing but in walnut.
And a nice darker
wood. So yeah, these are my second size is an 11-inch by 17-inch, and then I have the big one.
The Big Daddy.
So this is what I use for when you're smoking meats. You got a big brisket or some big pork butts or something that you're smoking, and you need a lot of space for cutting up.
Cutting and shredding and all that type of stuff.
A couple of chickens can fit on there, big turkey, all that good stuff.
I would imagine that these two would make great charcuterie boards.
They could work
too, so,
great for that as well.
A nice serving, and they're beautiful. They're perfect for serving too.
Perfect for serving, perfect for cutting on. Speaking of charcuterie boards, there's a couple of different ones there. I've got these standard ones here. They're 7 by 18, I believe. Perfect for either just having as an appetizer or even a date night perfect size for 2 people to have a whole meal on.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And you've got some other beautiful kitchen items there. I am a fan of Girl Meets Farm, and I've noticed that she uses a rolling pin that doesn't have the handles like mine does. And I have heard that these rolling pins are phenomenal.
Yes,
especially for bakers, being that you have them.
I really like these. Yes, having bakers in the house helps. So these are French style rolling pins. Again, in maple and walnut. I also do them in cherry, which is what this one is. So yeah, they work. You get lots of extra control with just the tapered design towards the ends. You don't have those handles that kind of can get stuck up and wobble at times.
Absolutely.
The last kind of home good things I've got here is some different spatulas I make. So they're very, just kind of a simple design, but very versatile. You can scoop things, flip things, stir, saute.
I think I saw an infomercial one time with something like that, and I would bet that the craftsmanship on these is much better than any old
I would say so
infomercial.
as well. So I've got a couple different sizes, just kind of whatever fits your hand better. Very good with cast iron. They're not going to scratch the surface or anything like that as well. So.
Something that not everyone has, but should have.
It kind of rounds out the home goods, but of course to keep all these fresh and in good shape, I've got my board butter, I call it.
Okay,
It's
tell me more.
Mixture of mineral oil and beeswax.
Okay.
And basically once things start looking dry from using them, washing them,
Yep.
you can rub some of that in there, let it sit for a while, buff it off, and it's good as new.
And these you would recommend for care. Simple soap and water.
Soap and water.
Wash them,
Yep.
let them dry,
Don't
and then
don't
butter them
soak
if they're...
them at all. Don't put them in a dishwasher.
Okay.
Nothing like that.
No letting them soak. And then, like you said, once if they start looking dry,
Start
just
looking
butter
dry.
them
You don't
up
need a
little
whole
bit.
lot, and this lasts quite a long time. We use all these boards basically on a daily basis, and I try and do it once every week or every 2 weeks, just because of how often we use it. And a tin like this has lasted me like 6 months.
Sure. So now, if folks want to, they can find you on your website, Facebook, and Instagram. Is there any retail locations that you can pick?
Yes.
People
Yep.
can pick these up. They can just grab and buy them.
All these home goods items, and soon the signs and stuff are at Creative Handmade Goods here in Fergus Falls.
Great. We were just there not too long ago. So downtown
Perfect.
Fergus Falls, you can pick them up. Let's take a little break, and then we're going to move on and look at some of the equipment, and then talk about some of the big stuff that you do.
Sounds great.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Never gonna let you go. Never gonna let you
Alrighty, so Brian, you do a fair number of custom things, like the signs that you were showing us in the Santa platter. You know, it is BC Woodshop, and you do a lot of woodwork, but tell me you didn't hand carve those.
I did not hand carve this. Nope,
I
so-
would imagine that would just take weeks to do something like that. So you must have some great equipment to help you with the custom work.
That's right. So some of these smaller home goods, the signs and different things like that, I just purchased this CNC to help me with some of those. So basically how that works is it has a small trim router that speaks to the computer, and the computer runs it, and I design the program and then tell it to run it, and it runs the program like that. So it's also cool because it comes with a sweet little game controller.
That's awesome.
But you can kind of see how it moves around. I can manually move it around just for setup and stuff, but then once I go to my computer and hit go, it runs it and does the profile and cuts everything out. So
you could cut out just about any design, almost any shape, imaginable.
So another thing I didn't talk about yet is these animal crayon cutouts that I make.
They're so cute.
So kind of a neat little thing to show what it can cut out as far as a profile on a design too, not just carving into trays and stuff. But yeah, these are just little crayon holders so that when you go to a restaurant and they give you the crayons for your kids, usually. Lots of restaurants do that.
Yep.
Rather than having the crayons just roll off the table like always happens to us. We now have these. We throw it in a diaper bag and have it so they can just put crayons on top there.
Which
and
is
it just
awesome. Great problem solver.
Stays put on the table for you.
Yeah. So this really allows you to do custom work. Like you said, you can do the custom signage.
Yep.
You know, maybe if folks are thinking summertime and they're looking for, you know, welcome to, you know, Christenson's cabin or something like that. You could do that too.
Yep. So it's not a huge machine compared to some. You can get some that are 5 foot by 10 foot, but it is larger than most of the smaller beginner size models. So it's a 48 by 32 inch cutting area.
Okay.
So lots of space for some, you know, basically as big as this board down here. Lots of space for some bigger signs like welcome signs and that sort of stuff that we can get kind of some unique shaped pieces of wood in here too. If you have some live edge piece of wood that you want to make into a welcome sign or something. Kind of very versatile, lots of opportunities and options with
That'll
this.
take care of that. And the other thing too, you mentioned live edges and live wood. So one of the other big parts of your business is furniture building and tables and, you know, all the things, cool things that we see on, you know, HGTV. They can be made right here in Fergus Falls, and you're making them.
That's correct. Yep, a lot of my stuff that I do is the custom furniture. It's primary. I've just kind of added some of these home good items and smaller things in the last year just to reach another group of people that are just looking for small things around the house. And so most of what I do is the custom furniture. Right now I'm working on a dresser, bed, and a couple of end tables for that. Got a couple tables in the queue, just other things like that as well.
So, and folks can get in touch with you again through Facebook, Instagram, the Chamber's website, to talk about what their projects that they have in mind. And, you know, especially if you go furniture shopping and you're looking for something of a fitting a specific size, you can really help make that happen.
That's right. And one thing I am doing is I'm starting to add some signature pieces on my website as far as some larger items, not just the home goods and smaller items. So I just put up there the Shaw dining table. So it's a dining table I made this year that I've had a lot of interest in for other people liking the design I came up with and wanting it. So I have put that up on my website so you can see pricing and everything on that. Wood selection. I think I've got 18 different sizes and 4 different styles of wood, types of wood on there. So you can kind of go in there, drop down, and select what you would like, and you'll see exactly what the price would be for it.
Oh, fantastic.
And you can make a purchase through there and add it to get in line for a custom piece.
Get in the queue for
That's
it.
right.
Right. So custom furniture, some great gift ideas, some great home goods, you know, from the cutting boards. I mean, I think everyone probably realized, especially after Thanksgiving now, that they probably could use an upgrade on their cutting board. You know, when you get out the turkey and it's not really, well, not doing the job. Like you said, what did you call the little
juice groove?
Juice groove. I like that. Sounds like something you can dance to. Again, you've got all kinds of great options here, great tools, and like I said, feels like Santa's workshop here.
That's right.
All right. We'll take a break and come back.
The ultimate Wi-Fi experience is here with the Park Region My Safety Net app. Welcome home to My Safety Net. The My Safety Net app is designed to easily tailor a custom Wi-Fi experience. The My Safety Net app is simple and intuitive. All features are accessible from the home dashboard. Easily create profiles for people, places, and things. Pause the internet. Set schedules. Run bandwidth tests. Get performance alerts and device statistics. Enhanced features allow you to filter content, prioritize devices and activities, get notified and keep track of web threats, intrusions, and blocked viruses. My Safety Net app. Connect, control, and tailor the ultimate Wi-Fi experience. My Safety Net by Park Region. Call today.
So Brian, inside the workshop, you've got all kinds of great tools and equipment that help you build everything from beautiful home goods to custom signs to beautiful furniture, tables, just really high quality craftsmanship and high quality. Well, it has to start with some high quality materials. And here's this looks like the secret stash here. Tell me about what's going on here.
Yeah, so a big part of my business as well is trying to use locally sourced lumber as much as I can. And this past year I was fortunate to have a couple people reach out to me about some wood they had, or more particularly a tree they had that was going to be coming down, and offering that to me to be able to turn into lumber. So I've got a black walnut tree that is cut up for some future tables and home good items, kind of whatever right now. And this actually came from a house only about 4 blocks away,
wow,
east of here.
So locally sourced.
So very, very local. And now I have a friend that was able to saw it up for me, mill it up for me how I wanted it, and now it's got to sit here and dry for a little while. Typically they say about a year per inch. Some of this is 2.5 inch. This is 1.5 inches on top. It shouldn't probably take that long, but it will take a little while to get it all dried down and ready to be used for projects.
Fantastic. And so you are really just that local craftsman, again, that's keeping and using and repurposing. If a tree has to come down, now you're making it into something beautiful.
Yep. Unfortunately, a lot of trees like this that have to come down end up just in the landfill or being chipped up or into firewood or something like this. And black walnut like this is a generally very expensive wood for making things out of, and now I was able to keep a tree out of the landfill and have plenty of usable lumber for future projects.
Repurposing it, and it's exciting when you think about what that could be or what it will become. It was in someone's yard, and down the road probably be in somebody's home. So.
That's right. It adds quite the story to your piece of furniture. To a lot of people, if you had grandparents or someone that has this tree that's been in their yard for many years and it's now died, reached the end of its life and needs to be cut down or something, you can cut it down, dry it up for you, and then someday make dining tables or something that you can have in your family and pass down through generations that this was grandpa's tree or grandma's tree, whatever.
Very cool.
That just has that cool added story to it.
Very cool. Love it. So if folks are interested in learning more about custom work, or maybe having a custom sign, or again thinking for the future about maybe some furniture, or I'm picturing like you said, grandpa's tree gets cut down and all of the grandkids get a cutting board or something like that. Right. If they want to know more, what's the best way to reach you? Can they give you a call, leave a message? How do they get in touch?
Yep, so you could contact me. My phone number is 507-430-2726, or primarily probably email is best, easiest for me to get back to you at, and that's going to be christensen.woodshop@gmail.com, or my website again is bcwoodshop.us, and then on Facebook and Instagram I'm at BC Woodshop.
Fantastic. Well, thanks for giving us a little tour of Brian's workshop here on Find It in Fergus Falls. Thanks again, Brian.
Thank you.
You bet.